Hey everyone, so the Crew 2 came out this week and I'm gonna do a quick run through of some of the features that this new racing game is gonna lay down in front of you. However, one of the first things that you'll find out in the game is that the Crew 2 is an always online game and requires you to be logged in to a Ubisoft account to play. Your account also grants you access to the Ubisoft Club and exclusive rewards. If you haven't created one already, you'll need one to play this game. And when you land in the game, you've got the option to create a new game. You've got some options down here, which gives you a chance to change the game settings, notifications, audio controls, and mapping. And there's also a function for your wheel if you've got one. So I'm going to kick off the game and get into some of the features. Let's see what the deal is. Okay, so to start with, you've got to choose your rising stars. This is where the game pretty much kicks in. Who am I going to go with? The hats. I think that's it. That's all you guys. This guy's my fave. He's pretty cool. What's it say on his t-shirt? White bands. I don't know why. I thought he said white aids. Didn't know what it meant. But it definitely doesn't say white aids. Just to confirm everybody, it says white bands. We'll go with that. Holding it. He's our guy.
Welcome to the city that never sleeps. In this event, you'll see New York taken over by racers in a way you never could have imagined. It's not just a city, it's a playground for the best pilots and drivers of today and tomorrow.
Live Extreme! Serious. Okay, so I'm pretty sure I'm in charge of this car. And it's so, when you do eventually get into the game, it pretty much just kicks you off in a little run, and you just got to win some races. Clearly followers is a big part of the game, so you need more followers, so you need to drive better to get more followers. So again, that's not going to help. Hey, maybe that jump's helped. Yes. Okay, so doing crazy jumps is one way you pick up followers. One thing to say is that if you flick the camera to the right, if you flick the right analog stick to the right or left, it does do some crazy movements. It's not like finely tuned. Okay, so while I get used to the controls, we'll move on to more features, and one of the coolest is the stunts. So that wasn't probably the biggest jump you can do in the game, but you can see you take to the skyline pretty quickly in the game by going up jumps, a series of jumps, and suddenly you're up on the rooftops. That was a much better corner. But like I say, there's no kind of easy intro into the game. You're pretty much just thrown in at the deep end and you've got to do what you can do. Yeah, we're moving into boats. I'm on a boat. On a boat. On a boat. So boats. Boats is another feature of the game. Features. And this seems a little bit kind of more easy to start off in, he says, being overtaken by number 2. Nobody wants to be overtaken by a number 2, do they? That's humiliating. Okay, so just going to try and catch him up. But as you can see, boats, big feature.
Do a spectacular stunt like this,
boat jumps, also a feature.
Check it out.
And like for me, the game is a beaut, an absolute perler to look at. We're going to try and do some more jumps. I wish you could pull back and do like a full flip. Like Mario Kart or something. Does this jump? Oh yes, yes. Straight through there. Okay, however, I am not winning this race. I am a long way away from anybody else. That's because I need to click into the afterburners. Okay.
We're watching a new star exploding onto the circuit.
Yeah, you are, punk. And next up, it is planes. So obviously, it is land, sea, and air. And here we are. Now, press down to go up and up to go down. I'm sure you can invert that. But it does take a little bit of getting used to. So remember, down to go up,
your first racing team,
and up to go down.
Pile up supporters.
Down to go up.
Trucks will be knocking on your door.
And up to go down. You'll get used to it, guys. You'll get used to it. Me, maybe not so much. I'm going to see if I can change those settings in the game itself. Let's see. Game settings, freestyle UI, crew, widgets, da. Invert axis, FPS mode, airplane. This is what we want. So I'm going to invert the axis there, and hopefully that means when I press up, I go up, and when I press down, I go down. So let's see if that has worked. It didn't look like it had taken. Yes, okay. I'm clicking up. I'm going up. Oh, it definitely, I think the planes definitely take the longest to get used to. And here I am coming up to my first finish line after what can only be described as a miserable effort that deserved that pathetic crash. So you can see you've got a great big playground ahead of you. You've got New York boats over here, pro racing trial. And these kind of will grow and add out as you go in the game. There's the off-road trial over here, freestyle trial, and the street racing trial. And this will pretty much be your map that you'll interact with in the game. And it looks like there's definitely going to be an element of progression in your categorization. So you can see I went from anonymous into being a rookie by completing that race. You can also see that there's a few cities marked up on the map, and I kind of think these are going to be your core areas for kind of city races. So you got New York, Detroit, Chicago, Miami obviously, Vegas baby, San Francisco, and LA. So I've already tried street racing in the intro section there, and we did a similar pro racing trial in the intro as well. So gonna try some new things to give you a bit of a run through of the off-road features and then the freestyle features. So let's get into this off-road. Here we go. Off-roading. Got a big Ford pickup to start with. Okay. Well, what's this? The objective. Okay, so essentially for this first track, all you got to do is beat that objective, and I'm straight away in the lead. This is off-roading. Off-roading 101. Seems pretty easy. What you've got is lots of jumps, so I imagine it's pretty easy to do a bit of a roll. But I say that. I'm just going wild here, and there's no rolls. Did I pick up that? I'm not even sure. Whoa. It's to the right, guys. So you've got to keep an eye on these markers to find out where you're supposed to go. So apparently I'm 29% through, and you can see the markers for that in the top left-hand corner. And again, this is just one epic looking game. I love smashing through the cactus. That's pretty cool. Let's get this one. In your face, cactus! Okay. So I think this is, you can go left or right. I'm not needing to do any braking as of yet. This has just been full bore. He says just touching, feathering the brake a little bit there. So again, you can kind of go either way. You've got options. You don't have to go one particular route to get to the checkpoints, but you do need to make it to the checkpoint. Okay, so we're coming up to 58% of the way through, and you can see the finish line just down there. And it's a blast. That's my general impression of this game. It just looks like it's all geared up to fun. Like, the reality is, if I'd taken that jump like that in reality, the truck would have been totaled. But that's not what this game's about. It's not about you just totaling all the time. It's just about you having as much fun as possible in crazy vehicles all over America, which I kind of like. I'm liking the idea of it. Seems like a lot of fun at the moment. So that is, and I'm just about to finish. I think I've got to go through here. No, I haven't. I thought it was some kind of thing to go through. You got to watch out for that, guys. Watch out for those things in the way. They get in the way. And that is off-roading. Bye-bye, cactus. So you can see your followers add to your kind of the way that you're categorized, and you also pick up reward money along the way. and you'll be able to use those to get better categorization and unlock more things later on down the road. And it looks like I've picked up my first free vehicle. Not too sure what I'm meant to do with it though. Do I walk up to it? Select, test drive, select. I selected it. So you can see this is pretty much the shop for the Rally Raid. And there are loads and loads of different vehicles, which frankly I can't afford at this time. So clearly you need to win a hell of a lot more races to pick up some of these other cool cars in the game. I'd love to know how much Red Bull are paying the guys at Ubisoft for all of their product placement. Bet they're creaming it in. Ubisoft, creaming it in. But there are some really cool cars and bikes. And it's just such a huge array that you've got to choose from. It is massive. And, you know, for me, this looks like it's got a huge amount of scope. So because it's a free vehicle, this is the first one I can get, so I can pick that up now. So it also looks like we've unlocked some new classes. So there's a Rally Raid here. High-speed drifting over here. And there's my home in Miami. Nice. So you can zoom in quite nicely into the map. But I'm just going to head into the freestyle trial to give you a bit of an insight into the aerobatics features in the game.
Welcome to our community of freestylers. I'm Sophia, and I'll be taking you on. Here, we're all about having fun. If you want in, it's easy. Get that plane, get ready to do every trick on that list in the order they're shown, and grab a barf bag while you're at it. Use the bag and you lose. Beat the score I've set and you're in. I'll show you what I can really do later, but for now, it's your turn.
I'm sure she's coming onto us. That definitely sounded a bit racy, that did.
2.
What does she mean? She's going to show us what she can do later. Anyways, racing. So.
Now try a roll. To roll, level out your flight, then pick left or right. Move the stick in the direction you choose until you've done a full roll.
Okay, we're rolling. Okay, that's how you do a roll, guys. Let's do one the other direction.
Time to air drift. Just hold your right or left rudder pedal down for long enough and you'll get the hang of it.
What? Okay, so we're gonna go with R1. Oh, okay, we're air drifting. Drifting, baby! Drift. Okay, that's it. You can also hold down L1 as well.
Orient your plane with one wing pointing straight down and you've got it.
Okay, I think... Yeah, knife flight. Sweet.
Try a loop. Just pull the stick back until you've gone a full 360 degrees.
Okay, here we go. Let's do the loop-de-loop. We're going over, we're going over. Just gonna give it us. That was definitely one. Okay.
Now, low altitude. Take a wild guess what that one means.
Yeah, no, we got it.
Just be careful not to brush more than the treetops, or you'll get a crash course in landing the wrong way.
Okay, definitely want to go down into the canyon here. Oh, that's too low. No, that was beautiful. So turning is my biggest difficulty here in the game. It's kind of, because it's so easy to go into a roll, you've got to be really ginger with your turning. Oh no, it's the drifting you need to do. Okay, so you need to be able to combine drifting with steering to be able to do your turns. Because if you just click, yeah, okay, so if you want to go right, what you really want to do is drift a little bit. There we go. Oh, what? That looked like it was made out of plastic.
Great flying. Okay, you need to meet my partner in crime, Emmett, at the barn, and then we can really get you rolling.
Oh yeah, we'll be rolling, baby. Rolling in the deep. Rolling like thunder. Ah, that was a thing of beauty. So aerobatics has just been added, and you can see there's jet sprint and monster truck as well, so there's still loads and loads to unlock. And got my first free vehicle. It's kind of weird. You have got to walk up to it. Like, this is the whole walking thing is weird. So I mean, you don't need to be quite that close to select it, but you've got to walk up to it and select it. It's a bit weird. And you can see that there's loads and loads of cool planes, like in the look of this one, the GB. That's going to be one of my first purchases, I reckon, in this division. But obviously, the only one I can get at the moment, I'm pretty sure, yeah, is the Edge 540. But as you start to pick up more wins and more money, you'll be able to afford the other cool planes too.
Guess what? There's an easy way for us to add followers. All you've got to do is cool stuff like flying under bridges, drifting, or taking big jumps. The more stuff you chain, the more followers we get.
Okay, sweet. We've got another couple of things. So we've got Push It to the Limits Aerobatics. We've got the Freestyle HQ. We've got Lake Tahoe. We've got Lake Tahoe Acrobatics. We've got Lake Tahoe. It's really difficult to say Lake Tahoe Aerobatics in one sentence, guys. It's really tough. Lake Tahoe Acrobatics. No! Lake Tahoe Aerobatics. Anyway, we got it. It's okay. So there we go. We got a few new things in the mix. So just going to head home though, just to give you a bit of a feel for what that looks like. So home, you can tune up your ride and enjoy your collection and view your creativity. So we're going to enter that now to give you a bit of a preview.
Hero in the house. Oh, I love this place.
Yeah.
You can kick back, you can change your clothes, or swap the look of the vehicles bumper to bumper. Or you could do whatever else it is you do when you're not driving. I'm not really sure.
Yeah, you know what I do.
Too. This place is huge. I mean, just look around.
So you can do a few things. You can look at your really bad artwork, or you can just stare at this wall with its green lights. I like the green lights. Changing? No, it's green lights. And you can look at your cars and customize them. You can drive it. You can customize it by pressing X, and you can switch vehicle by clicking on the options. You can just stand around and watch some telly. It's quite a nice big screen, and that's pretty much it. But one of the things I wanted to see if I could do is just to press X to drive it and see where I could go. Okay, so one of the cool things is that you can pretty much just come out and do some free flying and pick up followers for doing stunts. So you can just go low, fly a little bit low, you're picking up 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Take it out, they'll get added on and you're up to 183. And that adds to your tally. So you can pretty much just come out in Miami and do some crazy stunts. So you can also do things like turn it so that you look backwards, although graphically it doesn't look quite as cool. And you can also change vehicles by holding down the right analog stick, and you can choose to switch to car. Which is no good when you're just over water. It's like it's trying to crawl over this. There we go. Okay, so there you go. You can kind of change. And if you wanted to change back to aeroplane, you just do the same. And there we go. Back in the air. It just needs to be able to take off. Past this house. Ah, amazing. You can also click down on the left analog button to let out some smoke plumes. And watch them go behind you. But like I say, the rear view really doesn't look as cool as the front view. So one of the other cool things that you've got is this camera mode, which allows you to pretty much just rewind your play, move around, and get different angles, move the camera around, which is quite cool. So I'm going to go with that snapshot. And like you say, you can pretty much just take amazing pictures in the game. Pictures, guys. Take some pictures. Send them in. Send them in. We'd love to see your pictures. Don't send me any pictures. You can send me a few pictures. I don't know. Hard to say. You can also turn the radio off, which is quite cool if it's starting to get annoying. So you just control that by clicking on triangle to bring up the menu. And radio on off is there, and you can also enter the photo replay, the photo mode, and live replay, which will give you a video of what you've just done, which is quite cool if you like that kind of thing. And so now I'm just flying out, who knows where, up to the moon. When you get caught between the moon and New York City. One of the other cool features is you can change your position in the cockpit by pressing on the right button. So you can go far back, we can get right up close to the front in the cockpit itself, and back to being behind it. Okay, so it could be easy not to be able to work out how you get back to the map when you're in the free roam view, but essentially it's a case of clicking on the central button on your PS4 controller, the touch button, and that will bring you back to here, and then you can just zoom out as far as you want to. And there you can see kind of events and things that you can go and try. But if you keep zooming out, you can see the entire map, and you can go back and view kind of events that you can do. And you can see when you zoom into the map, you get more detail. So there's a low altitude thing to do there. There's an Ark Park trail escape there. So it's really important to spend some time getting to grips with the map. And I'll probably do a separate video on the map just to give you a full walkthrough and demo of it. You can also click on the options button to look at the vehicles you've got. You can change vehicles, you can look at the performance, you can make it your favorites. You can look at the catalog, so you can look at all the vehicles that you can get. So Chevy, there's the full car list there. And then you can see your roster, your crew, friends and sessions that you've got. And your pilot, so you can see their gallery, timeline, narrative videos that they've got, icon levels and stats, and any news for the game here too, as well as being able to access different activities and options for the game. So now I feel like I've got a pretty good view of what the game's got to offer. I feel like it's got a huge amount of scope for a lot of fun, and that definitely seems like what the game is all about. Need to speed things up. Okay, we're back. I'm back. Let's get some followers. So now I've got a good idea of what all the features are for the game. It's time to just start getting into the races and the challenges themselves, building up my followers, improving my standings, and getting way more cool cars. So that's it, guys. Hopefully it helps you out in terms of getting to grips with the game or weighing up whether or not you're going to get it yourselves. Let us know what you think of the game in the comments below, and hit that like button if you find this video useful. You can also check out the rest of our videos with the links on the right hand side, and subscribe to the channel with the links on the left. Make sure you hit that bell button if you want to get notifications for all of our videos as they come out. Cheers guys, catch you next time, goodbye.